Hi there, I'm Paul McGee. I'm a motivational speaker and I also write books as well. And I'm talking to you today in partnership with the DFN Foundation and also NSEF to tell you a little bit about myself, a bit about my journey, and hopefully to encourage you on your journey as well. So, how do you become a motivational speaker and write books? Good question. I did okay at school. I ended up going to university, did all right there. And I had a job working in what is called human resources in what they call it, HR. And that was working for a company that also made beef burgers. You probably heard of the company, Bird's Eye Walls. Ever had any of those beef burgers or frozen peas? Anyway, bad news, I became ill and I wasn't able to work, which was a huge disappointment. And I was ill for over 3 years. That was a bit of a struggle, let me tell you. But after 3 years, I began to improve a little bit. And I basically set up my own little business because I wasn't sure how well I was exactly. And I thought, well, if I'm my own boss, if I manage me, then I can determine the amount of days I work and how many hours each day I work as well. And that's what I've been doing now, believe it or not, for 29 years. And the job varies quite a bit. Sometimes I'm in my office, I'm on the phone making calls. Sometimes I'm busy writing away, and I literally, I'm writing away on a piece of paper. I don't do laptop stuff much anyway. I tend to write my books with my pen, and then I give it to one of my team, and then they do all the typing up. And I've actually written now 11 books. And my 12th one is coming out later this year. And I'll tell you a story in a moment about how I got started writing my books. I also speak at conferences. You can have like a huge amount of people in a conference room. And there am I, sometimes a little bit nervous, walking on stage. And hopefully I encourage them and give them ideas on how to help themselves sometimes deal with setbacks and challenges and disappointments, because I think we all get those at times, don't they? I don't know if have you ever been on a roller coaster? Personally, I don't like roller coasters. Why? Because I want to throw up sometimes after I get off one. But in some ways, life is a bit like that roller coaster, isn't it? There are some ups, but there are some downs as well. And when I was hoping to write a book, you don't just go, I'm going to write a book. It's going to be amazing. It's going to be in the shops. You've got to find a publisher to publish it. And so I contacted this publisher and I said, I've got an idea for a book. And they didn't like it, which I was really gutted about. So I tried some more publishers and I said, this book idea, and here's what happened. No, 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 no. So I ended up with about 12 no's, which wasn't great. And when you add the first one on that rejected me, that was 13 rejections. So I guess the question is, well, how did you end up getting a book published? Good question. I think sometimes in life things can be great, they can be exciting, sometimes a little bit boring. Sometimes they can be a bit difficult as well. And when you're trying to get a job for your future, and sometimes you may get an interview, you might not. And sometimes you get an interview, but they don't give you the job. It's a bit disappointing, isn't it? And that's why I think friends are really important. You know, your mates matter. Your family matters, because they can give you that lift and can give you that encouragement. And that's what my friend Paul Sandham did. He encouraged me, said, look, I love the idea of your book. I think it's got lots of ideas that could help other people, help them in their lives. And so he encouraged me. And I think we all need a bit of encouragement at times, don't we? So Paul encouraged me, and the phrase he used was push more doors, because you only need one of them to open. So I did. And guess what? I ended up with a book published, and it sold really well. And I've now written lots more books, and I can call myself an author. I write books, but it wasn't instant success. Life rarely is instant success. It's got the ups and the downs, but don't stay down for too long.